So for the next part of the 10 Commandments of Amazon in the totally free Amazon Masterclass, I've been saying some things that sound kind of down. It sounds pretty negative actually. But I want to point out that there are some very good aspects to using Amazon as a way to grow your publishing brand in your publishing business. And first of all, there are some really powerful programs out there. We've already taken a look at some of them, and let's take a look again. This is Amazon advertising, which I use to show people the books that I publish. And also, it gives me back a lot of data that I can use elsewhere for my publishing business. KDP is another program where it gives you a lot of data, but also it makes it easy for publishers to get books out there. And actually, if KDP didn't exist, I don't even know if I would be giving this particular masterclass about Amazon, because it enabled me, who was not a book publisher, to get into this industry and actually build a business out of it, a legitimate business out of it. So Amazon is also a great place for independent publishers to test things and build brands. And when I say test things, test stuff, it could be an advertisement, it could be a book cover, it could be a new idea for a series that you can test on Amazon. And if it works out, then you can take it outside of the Amazon ecosystem and you can build brands. And importantly, whatever you learn on Amazon, or most of the things you learn on Amazon, you can use them for other types of sales channels, and you can use them to understand readers out there, what they think about your books. So when you're planning your next book, you'll have some insights in how to do it right. When you're planning your next channel, maybe when you're going to another type of platform to sell your books, you'll have the metadata, you'll have ideas, you'll have covered assets, you'll have files that you can use to get your particular business started there. But you really need to know your own costs as well as Amazon costs. And when I'm talking about your costs, things like editorial costs, the royalties you're paying your authors, marketing costs, production costs, and other types of business costs, which might be something like your office rental. And then you need to remember that Amazon has a whole bunch of costs too. For instance, if you're shipping something to Amazon warehouses, that's not free. You have to use UPS or the US Postal Service or FedEx or something like that. Many Amazon programs have account fees that you have to take into account. If you're an Amazon seller, you have old inventory fees that you have to deal with. Amazon Advantage has this issue as well. If you're using coupons or other types of promotions on Amazon, usually you have to pay money for it. So just be aware of that. And Amazon advertising, of course, is a very big cost. And I just want to show you something to that point. In the past week on Amazon, I have spent $467 total. That's a lot of money. And you have to be careful because sometimes these costs will really get out of hand. The other thing that I want to say about this is if you're testing something out on Amazon, if a series is going well on Amazon, if an advertising campaign is going well on Amazon, that's something you can scale. That means you can start doing more and more of it. Conversely, if something is not working out, that's the time when you should consider maybe pulling the plug on it. And on Amazon, while I've been able to create a very strong brand and do some spin-off brands, I've also tested a couple ideas that were just big belly flops, and I just stopped doing them. I determined that based on feedback I was getting from readers and customers on Amazon, that it wasn't really worth continuing or trying to promote anymore. Even though you can sometimes shift a couple things around, like a cover or use a different title, and sometimes that works, a lot of the time it may not be enough. And that's when it's time just to shut that particular experiment down and move on to the next thing. The other thing when I say with suppliers or unit costs, so if you find a supplier that's working out well for you on Amazon, whether you're a publisher or another type of seller, then that's something to keep. Also, if you discover that you're able to push down your unit costs, well, whatever did that, maybe you can do it more so your costs decline even more. So these are the types of things that you need to be thinking about when you are selling books on Amazon. I hope this video helped you a lot. If it did, please consider liking it and sharing it with other people. And also, there are many more videos in the totally free Amazon Masterclass. Hope to see you soon.